So, chupacabra.
Yes.
So
it's funny because I was actually going to just say that. I was like, he read my mind.
We're in this. I mean, we're synced up, darling. Chupacabra is an interesting one. Could it be mangy coyotes? Absolutely. Could it be something more than that? Also, absolutely. Could it be some ancient creature that, there's so much room on this place? People think, number one, we're overpopulated psyop. That's to breed scarcity, to tell people or attempt to convince people that there's not enough for everybody. And that's why we have wars. That's why you need to be scared and blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. Bigfoot, in my mind, just like the chupacabra, kind of tiptoes into this other side of it. So it's one of these ideas to where, like, in what we talked about on your episode, and it's whenever you were talking about you really tripped me out with this, by the way. It's a beautiful rabbit hole that you sent me on. And so now you zoomed me out another level with your idea. And your idea had to do with flat Earth and the way that we view things from our perspective, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, whatever. So if you don't mind, I am going to continue on this thought. But do you mind going over that with everybody? Because it'll make more sense here in a minute.
Yeah, of course. So kind of what we talked about was like, so there's the idea of flat Earth, there's the idea of like the heliocentric model, and then there's all these other expansive kind of ideas of what this place is and what its form is and all these things. And so what I believe is, the flat earthers are only seeing it from a 2D perspective. And so that's the vibration they're in. And so you're going to view the earth through whatever vibrational lens that you're at. So if you're at a 2D level, you're going to see that the earth is flat and that it's this floating disc, with sides and a dome or however you want to explain it. And if you're vibrating at the 3D, you're going to see it as this round sphere, as this heliocentric model that we've all been told that it is. And so, I mean, that's what the 3D is. The 3D is following along the narrative that we've been told that it is, right? And so that's the 3D. And then when you go into like 4D or 5D, it's like, okay, well, maybe it's like a big cell, or it's like a crater, or it's like all these other things. And so as you expand up into these different vibrational frequencies and these different vibrational lenses, your perception of the earth changes with that. And so it's kind of like, for example, like if I'm standing in the woods, right? And I'm standing with somebody that has a 2D perspective versus a 3D versus, whatever perspective I have, that same occurrence of that smell in the woods, right? Like the 2D is probably not even going to smell it. They're just going to be like, oh, like this is the forest, whatever. We're just walking in the woods. And then the 3D is going to be like, oh, it's probably just a bear, or, someone stepped in shit. And then the 4D, 5D perspective, it's going to be like, oh, fucking cryptids. Like this is like, and then from all the other perspectives, like you're going to be standing in the same place of the forest, but you're going to be seeing it a lot differently than all of the other people there at these different perspectives. And so as we shift into these different perspectives, you're able to shift into different realms or different parts of this place, right? Because it's like, as you expand your vibration, you're also expanding your perception and what you're able to perceive, physically. And so, kind of like what we talked about with the like Antarctica ice wall thing. It's like, that's kind of like a portal or a realm, or almost like, I think you used the term as like, you said there's like an energetic bouncer or like a energetic shock collar. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So it's like, if you're at the 2D level, like there's the shock collar on you that like doesn't allow you to see the 3D. And so if you're at the 3D level, there's a shock collar that doesn't allow you to see the 4D. And so until you graduate energetically to that level, you're not going to be able to see these other expansive realms because you're not vibrating at their same frequency. Yep. And so that's kind of I think that was kind of the gist of it, right?
I love it. Your mind is one of my favorite minds in this place ever, just because of your observation of this, because it tied so many damn things together for me, because it was the missing link between the flat earth with the dome model, with the isolated, like you can't go anywhere else, and the flat earth that I enjoy talking about, which just conceptually, like I don't know, obviously, but conceptually, what the part I dig about the idea of it not being a heliocentric model was this idea of an expansive realm that goes everywhere, or that, maybe there's like an energetic shock collar here. And, there's like this barrier for us, but really you can go there. Like you can either ascend, or you can gain more awareness, or when you die, maybe if you've done this right a certain amount of times, if that's the way this works, then whatever.